Hey everybody. I wanted to do a very quick tutorial to sort of do part 2 to my foundation series. Something that I wanted to mention that is really huge to me as a perfectionist and a professional makeup artist, having spent so many years in the film industry, I was very aware, and now you're going to be aware of this too because I'm going to let you in on it, that when a newscaster or a sports figure or anybody really that appears on television does one of these numbers, and their hands are white and their faces are beautiful suntan, they look all bronzy, they look really gorgeous. Well, what that makeup artist failed to do was make up their hands and sometimes even the arms. Now I'll tell you a little story. I worked with George Carlin on a commercial. May he rest in peace. I loved that guy. I was very upset when I heard that he had passed away. However, he was an awesome guy, and he taught me a lot about myself even. That being said, we're talking about makeup. So, he was one of the first stars that I worked with that actually made me put makeup in areas that I had never put makeup, especially on a man, before. Again, I don't always want to expose someone and their secrets because, you know, I'm like the confessional. I don't tell everyone's beauty secrets. However, what I did learn was that through the use of makeup and film and bright lights, sometimes you do need to camouflage things. Now, in everyday life, how does that translate? Well, it translates that we all talk about celebrities that are in the news. TMZ is so popular now. We look at the pictures of the stars and we want to say, oh, well, look at their hands. That's how they show their age. They forget about their hands. Well, that's actually really true. So what do I do? As I've shown you, when I'm using a foundation and I'm doing a pump, and I do it onto the top of the hand to apply to my face, oftentimes what I'll do is I'll take that foundation and I'll rub it in a fashion like this, not touching my fingers to it, just on the tops of my hands, and I smooth it in all the way to the edges of the palm. As oftentimes we say, the aging of the hands tells a woman's real age. You can use a tinted moisturizer for this. I just like to use the tail end of my foundation since I know that it matches my face and it's going to look really beautiful. You smooth it in, and you literally now have concealment on the tops of your hands, plus you've got sunblock. Also, it gives sun protection, so you're not getting the sun directly on your hands, which definitely does help to age our hands, especially when we're driving. The sun will hit that area so many more times than any other place on our body, so chances are our hands do look older than we are. That hides an array of things that may be happening. I can only tell you in my own aging process, my hands have thinned out a lot, they've gotten much bonier on the top, and they definitely have had some brown spots. Now, I personally have treated my brown spots with my tattoo machine. And what I did was I just took my tattoo machine and I abraded the brown spots, and then they heal and there's no brown spot. I call my tattoo machine the poor man's laser because I could do so much with it, and that's one of the techniques that is tried and true for me, is to rid the body of all the brown spots. I've done my legs. My next area is probably going to be my chest. However, it's just a really nice result. Now, not everyone wants to do that. Not everybody wants to have laser done, but we want to conceal the age of our hands, and this is one way that we do it. Now, if you want to go one step further and you're really showing a lot of skin, you can bring this all the way up the arms. You can do your chest as long as you buff it down a little bit with a sea sponge. And that way you're going to get a really velvety, beautiful texture to your skin. And you can even do it on your legs. It's so pretty there. Don't worry about washing your hands. It won't come off. Oftentimes foundation has a little bit of an oilier base to it, and unless you put the soap directly on and scrub, it'll pretty much stay in place all day. I've been very surprised when I come home, and I've washed my hands several times. I wear gloves at work to tattoo people, and that it's still very much there. Just make sure that you don't go and scrub the tops of your hands, because then obviously it will come off. So what you want is for your face and your hands to match, especially if you're ever on camera. Make sure that your makeup artist definitely touches your hands. Also for photo shoots, if it's color film, you want to make sure that your body matches your face. And voila, you have more youthful hands than ever. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. I'm in love with a beautiful woman. I'm in love with a beautiful girl. And it must have been a hard time being in love.